Well, good day, and welcome. It is actually a bit of a sad occasion. We are mourning the loss of my poor, beautiful lathe. Yeah, not that lazy bloody thing who's just sitting there in the sun, or that bloody lazy thing, or these pair of lazy bastards either. No, we're talking about my poor, beautiful CQ 61 2500 Binford Special. No, actually, it's a cheap Chinese fucking lathe, but I loved it, and hopefully I'm going to try and fix it and get it going. So, what's the first plan? What do we do besides flog it off and buy a new one? No. Well, we're gonna. There's a dog. I'm being mauled by a dog. Help! 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 Being mauled.
G'day, my name's Jim. A few weeks ago, a wall of water washed away my town, drowning 22 people in their own homes and cars. People woke up in the middle of the night with water around their beds 20 minutes later at the top of their door frames. The water was so deep it went over the roof of my house, wiping out everything we own. On top of that, the insurance company told us to get stuffed. This is the story of me and my missus trying to rebuild our life from scratch.
Alright, so Blake's just going to pull the motor off. We're pretty sure it's going to be rooted. But even if it's not, I'll be checking it and making sure the bastard works before I go just sticking it into the wall. So poor old girl needs a good clean and shit, but oh yeah, security's arrived. I'm going to check everyone's passes. Here's my ID, mate.
The only one we've got is with vinegar in it.
Hey, careful about holding that half nut, man. If you bent that, the whole lathe's fucked. So here we go at the moment, just doing a cleaning, and I've just chucked some assorted odds and ends, mainly hex keys by the looks of it, and just put them in some vinegar, and after a while they will start to bubble and carry on, and they'll do this, do that, and then it'll turn that colour, which is basically almost bloody like tea, and all the rust will come off, and everything else will be good. Well, after it gets a quick scrub and then a rub and then a grease, and then we put them away. And oh yeah, there we go, look, see, that's what we did yesterday. That was good. Well, I've got the lathe getting pretty close to truck with a tractor. Pretty most as far as I want to strip it down, really. Just gonna clean it up some more. As you can see, there's rather nasty shit, and the ways are rather dirty and stuff like that, so gonna give it a good clean. And the mud got inside here, and I'm presuming there's mud probably in that bottom gearbox down there as well, so I want to crank into that and have a look. So the bearings on here are not real good, but fuck it, I have got a whole house to build. I don't have time, unfortunately, to be just kicking back replacing bearings in fucking lathes when yes, we're still here. So I was umming and ahhing whether to bother pulling the bloody gearbox apart and doing it, but yeah, I'm very glad I did, actually, because as soon as I broke that seal, she went blech, and just, that is very, very, very not good. Inside lathes are not supposed to look like that. Trust me. Trust me, I'm an expert. So anyway, to clean this up, we're just going to fucking probably hose it all out, or spray it all out, or fucking all of the above, and wash it out a dozen different times, and then fill it up full of fucking fresh, yummy, juicy gearbox oil when it's all nice and cleaned, which it isn't at the moment. So yeah, lovely. So here we have our carriage, and what I've done is I've cleaned it all up and everything, but these here, these are oiling ports. I'll show you one that's how it's supposed to look. Now, if this stupid thing gets off my screen, thank you. Here is an oiling port where you just put your little oil can on and give it a squirt, and releases oil down into the fucking, onto the ways and stuff like that, without letting other bits of metal and shit fall in. So there's a couple of good ones here, but here got one missing totally. This one here, it's broken. This one here is broken. This one here, I've just finished knocking it out. This is what they look like here. Just basically like a, they look like a bloody 22 fucking cartridge with a ball bearing and a fucking spring in them. That's about all. Little things here, you can order them off eBay, which is what I'm going to do now, but I'm going to put it all back together again. I'm going to knock them out, because you can't get the bastards out without having the carriage off, because it'll fucking just fall down into the ways and get all jammed up. So I'll knock them all out now, and then when they arrive off eBay in 6 months fucking time, then I'll smack them in while it's all together. In the meantime, I probably wouldn't use it too much because unless you block the holes up, otherwise you end up getting bits of shit going down there. Alright, that's several hours later now. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have cleaned this all up nicely. It's sort of in the sun, out of the sun, but I've taken off my brushes and I cleaned them all. There's the brushes there. Just going to clean all them up and get them all nice, and yeah, we can start putting this back together certainly. It's looking good. When the oiler pots arrive, I'll put them in, but it'll already be all fully done and assembled and everything. Don't need to take them off to put them on. So alright, so we'll just put the brushes back together again, and I think about putting this all back together again, I think. Sounds about right. Alright, so here's the bolts that I'm going to use to hold down the lathe. They actually go into these cabinets over here and through that tray there. So they're even though they're fucking gal, they're still covered in rust and dirt and shit and fuck knows what. So I'm just going to put them in some vinegar, like such. All in there. And we'll just leave that for a few hours and see how she goes. Come back and report on her in a while. So here's our bolts going absolutely fucking ape shit. That's just vinegar. Does an amazing job. It's actually reacting with the zinc more than the rust. It doesn't like zinc. So yeah, an acid and zinc does that. Even a mild one like vinegar will sit there and it'll just eat all that zinc off. Probably eat all the zinc off before it eats the fucking rust off. But that's okay, we'll just give them a quick clean soon anyway. Give them a quick clean and we'll shove that up on there and then start putting it back together, because otherwise it'll be too fucking heavy to lift the cunt fucking once all the pieces are back on it. Fucking 3/4 of the pieces are still up at the other house. They've got a bloody bring down yet. It's amazing, it's just vinegar. Okay, so here we are the next morning, as you can tell by the way the sun is streaming off this. And this is our screw for our compound slide, which is down there, which we're going to work on soon. But this has got a bearing and stuff just in there, and if you have a look here, it has started to go rusty. So I need to pull this apart, take that out, take those bearings out, try and remove all the rust before it gets any worse. The rest of it's looking quite nice though. So, alright, see if we can find a fucking Allen key to fit this. Alright, so here we go, look at that. Getting there quite nicely. We've still got the top of the slide here that needs cleaning all up, and it's going to go right there, but look at that. She bloody looks quite nice, doesn't it? Come up really good. Very, very happy with that. Get her all back and cranking again. And do that now to about 500 other pieces of equipment that I've got. At the same time do the house. Bathroom's almost completely done, but I'm going to save that for another episode. So you'll be good, stay safe, and come check us out tomorrow. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Look, as you know, we lost everything in a giant flood, and at the same time I'm battling bowel cancer. If you want to help us out, there's links in the description below. But if you're broke like me, I get $1 for every 1,000 views from YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to watch tomorrow's video. Oh, and watch one of these. One of those right there. Yeah. Watch that one. That one's really good. I swear.